Hi, Caspar here on the 7th of November 2021. Got something of a Marmite wine here, and I know people who absolutely love this domain and people who really struggle with it. And I think the people who struggle with it are those that like wines perhaps more modern and cleaner. So where are we? We're in the northern Rhône, we're in Côte-rotie, we're in Ampuy specifically, and the domain Giles Barge. Giles Barge. So this is the Cuvée du Plessy Côte-rotie 2005, and it's been sitting in the wine rack for a while. I've steadily drunk my way through a case and enjoyed every single bottle actually. And I just wondered whether this was a bit on the old side, so I thought I'd open it. I'm braising half a dozen partridges next door, and I thought it might be the perfect wine for that. So what have we got? I mean, clearly it's got some age to the colour. It's really quite mahogany at the rim, deep in colour, and as I say, quite mature looking. Now, you know, with Gilles Barge, you have to take into account that these are not modernist wines in any sense. You know, you get the impression that this is a sort of wine that could have been made for decades, 100 years in Côte-rotie. So with that in mind, what do we got? Well, what we got, what I got on opening and decanting the bottle, and what I've really got from every bottle out of the location, indeed pretty much every bottle from the cellars of Gilles Barge, is a degree of Brettanomyces. There's Brett on it, and it was particularly acute when I first opened it. There was a very horsey character to it. And with breeding that sort of integrated, it's knit. You can still pick up a wisp of it on the nose, a slightly animal note, but it's really sort of been subsumed by everything else that's going on. What else is going on? What strikes you first is this extraordinary freshness to the nose. It's almost got a fresh orange freshness about it, and there's a hint of bonfire, delicious autumnal sort of aroma, and the fruit is red. I get raspberries, but I get something darker as well. But a distinct, quite firm smokiness about it. It's a dry nose. It's not flying out of the glass. You've got to get your nose right in there to have a look at it. Hint of offal perhaps, but it's and I think that's linked to the Brett. But smells fabulous, I must say. Well, if a wine could ever be both rather sauvage, rather wild and feral, and quite classy, this is it. That the Brett thing lingers. It particularly pushes through on the finish, but it's got a lightness of touch. It's got as I say, a freshness. It's got very nice, ripe, rounded tannins to it. Still got nice density, but it's that lightness and elegance to the palate that is really noticeable. Good length, and the strength of the tannins. You know, they're not aggressive in any way, but they sustain the palate for a considerable length of time. And the freshness, it's just got a juiciness within it, which makes it an absolute delight. Makes me think it'll go tremendously well with the partridge that are almost finished cooking next door. Actually, if ever there was a wine for game, I think this is it. You know, other than Burgundy, it's delightfully old-fashioned, and I support it for that. Really, I think this is a wine that part of its style would probably upset a few people, and they would just shy away. But it would be a shame because I think it's absolutely delicious. That has been 2005 Côte-rotie Cuvée du Plessy from domain Giles Barge. My last bottle, I've got some bottles of 09 left, which I'm also enjoying. But yeah, it's okay to like everything, old, new, modern, old-fashioned, and this is distinctly in that latter camp, but very nice.